and it floats in the air.
Morning campers, hope you're well. Well, big exciting moment today. Today is the reveal of the next expedition project. Now, I've been teasing that it's potentially something that floats, but I can confirm it's absolutely not. The giveaway is probably that we're here in a quarry in the north of England. So check it out, this is the next big, and I mean big project. Here we go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the truck's party piece because it's 8-wheel drive and so stiff you can send driving power to all the other wheels and it floats in the air. This is a crazy bit of kit.
What an absolute monster. So welcome to the MAN HX77, which is, from what I'm led to believe, is the only 8-wheel drive HX77 in the UK under civilian ownership. Now the army do have these, but they eventually get rid of them, and they got rid of loads of the HX60s, which is a 4-wheel drive version. So you've probably seen those overlanding before because they're quite popular. But really, in the world we're in now, we just wanted to send it to the next level, and this is, well, the next level and the next 10 levels on top of that. This thing is an absolute monster. So it's 440 brake horsepower and it's 8 driving wheels. So that means we can send power to all 8 wheels. It weighs at the moment about 10 ton. And overall we reckon we're probably going to add another about 6 ton on top of it. Just look at this thing, it's absolute weapon. It's unbelievable. It's drawing so much attention, way more than the existing truck ever did, because the existing truck looks like the civilian truck, whereas this looks proper military. And one of the big things is it's a square body on the front, so as opposed to the one that steps in slightly, and again slightly further up it steps in, this is square, which makes it like a little bit intimidating to drive. But overall it's only 100mm wider than the old one. The old one is fully converted is 7.3 meters, and unconverted this is 10 meters, and we're probably going to add another meter or so on the back where we put a departure angle, but I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. One thing I really like about this is that normally on the existing truck the bumper actually starts somewhere down here, so it gives it less of like an aggressive look than what this is. Now what that means is the oil, the sump essentially is taken off the bottom of the engine, so where all the oil's stored, and the fan is taken off that, and that's why you've got this big lump on the back. So that is about a 3-foot diameter fan, and basically the rest of the gubbins of the truck are there. So the box, even though this flatbed starts here, the box is actually going to start there. This thing is absolutely unbelievable. Well, I was going to tell you about it. Look how like new it all looks. Like we're just about to come. We've come here to have a bit of a play in it, really. But I just wanted to do this like quick video, just to show you. Like, look at the state of this. It's unbelievable. Basically, the guy that had it before us was a supercar kind of dealer, and he used it like once or twice in his like few years of owning it, to take to like Goodwood Festival of Speed and put supercars on the back in a container, and you know, and be like, look how, you know, deep my pockets are and all that stuff. But he couldn't sell it because really there's not that big a demand for this kind of thing for overlanding, because yeah, it's big and bulky, and I understand that, and if you know, if you're not too confident driving these things, it's difficult. But I've learned along the way that this is possible, and if you've got, I don't know, a big pair of nuts and you're prepared to send it pretty hard, this is a good vehicle. Now yes, it's clumsy, and yes, it's going to be a bit of a pain. So the plan is we're going to put maybe 1, maybe 2 motorbikes in this. So not on the back of it, but inside of it. But let me just talk you through a little bit more of it, and I'll talk you through the layout. This thing's an absolute weapon. So layout wise, I'll give you a bit of a plan. In fact, let's pause, let me jump on the back. All right, so yes, it's a big clunky and big and bulky machine. It weighs 10 ton, it's 2.5 meters wide. It's going to be about 11 meters, which is, I admit, is going to cause us some problems because we're 7.5 meters, but our wheelbase on the other truck is a lot thinner, so it means we can actually swing it round. Like a 3-point turn in a road is actually all right to do. In this, you need to go and find an industrial estate to turn around in. It's pretty shocking. So the plan of attack with the body to sort of compensate for that bit is to put 2 motorbikes inside. So the body's going to start back here slightly, and then we're going to start with either a single or twin motorbike garage inside. And Bobby, why don't you stick them on the back? Is a good question. And the reason being is, what we've learned is, you know, you see all these Land Rovers driving around the world and they've got like winches and tents and awnings and boxes on the outside. It just is nickable, and people will break into it, and you don't want to leave the car because that's your home, and you don't want to risk having all your stuff nicked. So we found ourselves not wanting to go on big hikes because we didn't want to leave the truck. So the idea on this particular truck is that everything comes inside the box as much as we can. So motorbikes inside, locked up, no hassle. Then there'll be a bulkhead. Follow me, Dad. There'll be a bulkhead somewhere about here, and then here inside the box then is where the habitation box starts. There's going to be a single or double bunk beds here with some sort of editing place underneath, just because I've learned little bits in our existing truck that you want to really take as much stuff and leave it where it is. So a little computer desk here. Then there'll be a walk-through shower and toilet similar to what we've done. So there'll be like a Jack and Jill door in it to close it all off. Best use of space that really I find. The door, haven't worked out which side we want it on yet, but essentially it'll be kitchen, L-shaped kitchen here because we've got the space, because the other one is probably internally like less than 2.3, whereas this is like 2.5, so we have much more width on this. Then there's going to be a U-shaped sofa, because with a bigger truck we want a slightly more space because we compromised on that last time. Then there'll be another bulkhead here, both bulkheads of which will give the box a little bit more rigidity. And then there'll be a couple of steps up then into the master bedroom, essentially behind the bulkhead, which the bed will start probably about chest height, and we'll run a cantilever over the back slightly with the departure angle at the back. So that's the rough plan of it. But there's a load of like little refinements, little things that we've learned along the way that will build into this truck, and it's little stupid things, like for example we'll have the dog food outside just to keep things nice and clean inside, but then the water for feeding the dogs we always have to lump ourselves back up inside, which sounds not a problem, but when you're 4 foot up and then inside the truck on a day, twice a day, it becomes a bit of a pain. So little bits like that. We're also going to look at putting legs down, so like a high ab crane and normal cranes where they like self-level themselves. We'll probably look to do that as opposed to all the wooden box we used to use. Yeah, but apart from that, it's pretty exciting. In terms of time frames then, do you need to like zoom down a bit? Is it good? All right. Technical issues here. So basically, we're going to start driving the length of Africa from basically the start of May. When we get back from Africa in about July, that's then when the soft start's going to build, and we plan on taking a bit of time and doing a proper job on this. Whereas the last one, all I wanted to do was throw a bed in, a shower, a kitchen, toilet, and then clear off to Australia. This one, we're going to take a little bit more time on the build. So we're going to build the whole thing from scratch, all by ourselves as much as we can. We'll subcontract and get specialists in where applicable, like for example a bit of fabricating we might do. A kitchen fitter was a good idea last time, so we'll probably do that again. But we're going to start with, first things first is going to be the subframe design, which we're going to go for a torsion-free subframe for any of the truck nerds on here or Overland nerds that are watching. Not a rail on rail, just because it's so long and there is so much twist on this. And then we're going to get the 6 panels, build those, cut windows, and then just fit it out inside. So that's the plan. Stay tuned. We plan on doing loads more video content now, not only for the build, but also for Africa as well. So strap yourselves in, quite literally. But I think first things first, let's go and have a bit of play in this because I can't wait. Dad's having all the fun driving and take it so we can take all the content. So I thought it was probably the best time I ever been playing it. This thing is unbelievable. It's just on a hill climb there that we both got out. We were all like, this is going to struggle getting up here, Land Rovers and wood. And it walked it so much so that the footage actually looked a little bit boring. But honestly, this thing is absolutely unstoppable. It's got such a steep departure angle, as in how steep it can start going up. It's so aggressive that we've not really found anywhere that it can't get up yet. We need to like a basic cliff face, and then again at the back, because the wheels are basically the last thing and there's not much overhang at the back, you struggle to then tip it the other way. It's too extreme to stop it. So we're not really pushing it here, we're like letting it flex itself, flex its limbs. Literally, that's about it. It's absolutely unbelievable. Like just have a look at this, Jeff. If you pan around to this, this is like 3.5, 4 foot, big up, big down, and it literally will not even, what even like, do you know what I mean? Like, diff locks on, so we've got all power to think, and it doesn't feel like, you know, people, Land Rover enthusiasts, will do documentaries on going up and down that, and we've just done it with literally hands-free. And then same again, some of these water crossings here that we're doing are properly deep. This is, whoa! Jesus Christ! That is, you're like, whoa! Jesus! It's not going to do me piles any good. This is I would not bring my 4-wheel drive truck down here. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't dare to do it, just because I know like I'm getting stuck. This is just, we're going to really struggle getting it stuck. And then when we do get it stuck, we're probably going to need the army to drag us out, because when you get an 8-wheel drive that's probably going to weigh about 16 ton when it's done, when you get that stuck, we're in a bit of a pickle. So we're probably going to look at, you know, fitting a big winch, maybe on the back, maybe on the front. I don't really know, but this is unbelievable. Oh, this is unreal.